Good afternoon, friends. I welcome you to this media interaction with the Foreign Secretaries of India and Pakistan. As is usual on such occasions, we will begin with opening remarks. I now request the Foreign Secretary of India, Sri Ranjan Mathai, to make his opening remarks.
Thank you. Foreign Secretary Jalil Abbas Jilani and I have held detailed discussions over 3 sessions yesterday and today on peace and security, including confidence building measures, Jammu and Kashmir, and the promotion of friendly exchanges. We have also taken stock of the current state of our bilateral relations and reviewed progress in the various secretary level meetings held on different issues in this second round of our resumed dialogue. We have had a frank and constructive discussion on the issues in the agenda. We have exchanged our respective views on areas of mutual interest and concern. This dialogue has contributed to a better understanding of each other's positions. While we might not agree on all issues, we do agree that relations between our 2 countries have to be normalized. There is a determination on both sides to take forward our dialogue with an open mind and a constructive spirit. You have with you a joint statement that has been agreed by both sides, which reflects our common position. I will only make a reference to 3 issues in this joint statement. We said the issue of peace and security, including CBMs, was discussed in a comprehensive manner. Both sides emphasized the need to promote greater trust and mutual understanding through constructive dialogue. Foreign secretaries noted both countries recognize that terrorism poses a continuing threat to peace and security. They reaffirmed the strong commitment of the 2 countries to fight and eliminate terrorism in an effective and comprehensive manner. The foreign secretaries had a comprehensive exchange of views on the issue of Jammu and Kashmir and agreed to continue discussions in a purposeful and forward-looking manner with a view to finding a peaceful solution by narrowing divergences and building convergences. Finally, I draw your attention. Both sides underline the importance of greater people-to-people contacts and friendly exchanges in building a relationship of trust and friendship between the 2 countries. Thank you.
I now request the Foreign Secretary of Pakistan to make his opening remarks.
Excellency, Mr. Ranjan Mathai, Foreign Secretary of India, my very dear friends from the press corps, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for me to be back in this historic city. I am delighted to meet my old friends and colleagues. I would like to thank His Excellency Mr. Ranjan Mathai, the Foreign Secretary of India, for the gracious hospitality extended to me and my delegation ever since our arrival in New Delhi. I bring to the people and the government of India a message of goodwill, peace and cooperation from the people and government of Pakistan. My talks with Foreign Secretary Mr. Ranjan Mathai on peace and security, including CBMs, Jammu and Kashmir, and promotion of friendly exchanges have been substantive. We discussed these issues in detail in a cordial atmosphere. We had separate meetings for each segment, which are part of Pakistan-India dialogue process. We reviewed progress on peace and security and agreed to convene separate meetings of the expert-level working group on nuclear and conventional CBMs. We also discussed in detail Jammu and Kashmir with a view to finding peaceful resolution. We also reviewed progress on various cross-LOC intra-Kashmir CBMs. We have agreed to convene a meeting of the joint working group on cross-LOC CBMs to streamline and strengthen travel and trade arrangements. We agreed that friendly exchanges in various fields will help in building trust and resolving all issues. We have agreed that the process of dialogue should continue as there is no alternative to dialogue and constructive engagement. Pakistan and India are 2 important countries in South Asia. They have a special responsibility to promote stability, peace, and prosperity in the region. We are not only close neighbors, we are also partners in SAARC. I have conveyed to Foreign Secretary Mathai that Pakistan seeks friendly, cooperative, and good neighborly relations with India. We must make sincere and serious efforts towards building mutual trust, applying political will in resolving all outstanding issues through peaceful means, and continue to work for promotion of peace, harmony, and cooperation. Let me repeat what I said on my arrival. I have come here with a clear mandate from the leadership of Pakistan to promote bilateral relations. Let me assure you of our sincere desire to make every effort to resolve our differences and move forward. I wish to thank Foreign Secretary Mathai once again for his invitation and for hospitality. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the media, I'm aware that many of you have questions and perhaps each of you has a question. Given the paucity of time and other engagements, we will limit them to a few questions. First question is to Ms. Ritul Joshi, Aaj Tak.
My question is both for Mr. Mathai and Mr. Jilani. Mr. Mathai, now that India has fresh evidence of involvement of Pakistani state actors in 26/11 attacks, was this evidence in terms of the congressional statement of Abu Jindal, his Pakistani ID and passport handed over to Pakistan? And what kind of action are you expecting from the Pakistani side? Mr. Jilani, आपसे गुजारिश है अगर आप जवाब उर्दू में दें तो हमें बहुत खुशी होगी क्योंकि हम एक हिंदी चैनल के लिए काम करते हैं। 4 साल हो गए, अभी भी यही कहते हैं कि सबूत नहीं मिले हैं मुंबई हमले के हिंदुस्तान की तरफ से। क्या जो नया एविडेंस अबू जिंदाल का आपको मिला है वो भी आपके लिए नाकाफी है या आप किसी किस्म के एक्शन की हम उम्मीद कर सकते हैं?
Well, I'll go first. See, the Foreign Secretaries are mandated to discuss, among other things, as we said, peace and security, including CPMs. It is in this context that Foreign Secretary Jilani and I discussed all issues that impact peace and security between our two countries, including terrorism. I emphasize that terrorism is the biggest threat to peace and security in the region, and that bringing the guilty to justice in the Mumbai terror attacks would be the biggest confidence-building measure of all. During the Home Secretary level talks in May 2012 in Islamabad, extensive information on the perpetrators of 26/11 has been provided to the Pakistani side. The arrest and the ongoing interrogation of Abu Jindal has now added urgency to this matter. I did take up the issue with Foreign Secretary Jilani and I have shared information with him. As you are aware, the investigation is underway and we will continue to pursue this matter with determination to its logical conclusion. The Home Minister, as you are also aware, has already addressed this issue.
मैं कोशिश करूंगा कि उर्दू में जवाब दूंगा जिस तरह आपने कहा। अंग्रेजी में मैं जवाब देता तो शायद मेरे लिए ज़्यादा आसान होता क्योंकि anyway I'll try. मैं इस सिलसिले में ये कहूँगा कि हम दहशतगर्दी को दोनों हिंदुस्तान और पाकिस्तान के लिए एक कॉमन एनिमी समझते हैं, इसलिए कि हम दोनों ममालिक को दहशतगर्दी का सामना है। इसके साथ साथ मैं ये भी कहूँगा कि हम अगर एक दूसरे के खिलाफ इस तरीके से इल्ज़ाम तराशी करेंगे तो उसका भी कोई फ़ायदा नहीं होगा और हम किसी नतीजे पे शायद ना पहुँच सकें। मैं और हमारी जो हुकूमत और लोग वो बहुत ही इस मामले में सीरियस हैं और सीरियसली वो सोचते हैं कि हमें एक एडवर्सोरियल से रिलेशन से एक पॉजिटिव नैरेटिव की तरफ जाने की जरूरत है। दहशतगर्दी एक बहुत ही अहम मामला है और बहुत ही सीरियस मसला है और उसके लिए हमें ज़रूरत इस बात की है कि हम इसके लिए सीरियस और सिंसियर एफर्ट्स करें कि इसको किस तरीके से रिजॉल्व किया जाए। Having said that, me say that the issue was extensively discussed between myself and my very dear colleague, Mr. Ranjan Mathai. And I assured him that the entire evidence, whatever evidence that India has, it should be shared with us, and we will investigate this matter. We will even be willing to offer joint investigation into the whole affair. तो मैं फिलहाल इतना ही कहूँगा आपके जवाब में।
The next question is from Mr. Manish Chand, IANS.
This question is addressed to both foreign secretaries. So the past few months have seen a lot of positive movement on the trade front. Do you think the revelations made by Abu Jindal constitute a setback to the peace process and the so-called peace dividend which was sought to be developed by trade? Thank you.
Well, I'll go first. I think the forward movement on economic and commercial cooperation between India and Pakistan is really a welcome development, and we see it as a win-win proposition for both sides. Enhanced economic cooperation contributes to economic growth and development in our two countries, which is the primary objective on both sides. We look forward to making progress on the trade track in accordance with the roadmap which has been agreed already by the two sides. At the same time, we are very conscious terrorism poses a continuing threat to peace and security and the full normalization of bilateral relations. In this regard, we have reiterated the firm and undiluted commitment of the two countries to fight and eliminate this scourge in all its forms and manifestations and bring those responsible for such crimes to justice. We expect the realization of this commitment and look forward to its fulfillment.
In response to your question, I'll say we hope not. There should be absolutely no setback, because setback is something that we cannot afford. I think whenever we are faced with this kind of a situation, and I said earlier that we are both faced with terrorism, we should intensify our cooperation. I have been following this process for a long time, and I have every reason to believe that we have certainly made a lot of progress on almost every issue, including the issue of terrorism. As I said, that our home ministries and the Interior Ministry, they should meet more often. The respective agencies should meet more often and enter into a comprehensive cooperation in order to defeat the forces of terrorism.
The next question is from Ms. Geeta Mohan, Times Now.
My question to both the foreign secretaries. Home Minister P. Chidambaram has said that state actors were involved in the 26/11 attacks. What is Pakistan really doing about it? Because every time India raises 26/11, Pakistan talks about Samjhauta. When India continues to maintain that they're uncomfortable, that India has taken action and Pakistan hasn't done much on 26/11. And why weren't the documents on Abu Jindal shared with Pakistan?
Well, I have already said that whenever we both countries are faced with terrorism, we need to intensify our cooperation. I would very strongly reject any insinuation of any involvement of any state agency in acts of terrorism in India. Having said that, I would say that we have over the years improved our level of cooperation, and in case there are certain gaps that needs to be filled, I think we should fill those gaps in a spirit of cooperation. And that is the only way that we can move forward on this very, very important issue.
Well, I just add to that, really. Home Home Minister has already addressed this question in some detail, and he drew attention to the scale of the conspiracy and the extent of control. I don't think I need to add anything to that. I did convey information provided to us regarding the outcome of the investigation so far that has been taken on board, as you heard, by the Pakistan Foreign Secretary, and we look forward to them taking action on that information.
The last question is from Mr. Gautam Lahiri, Sambhag Pratidin.
Good morning, Excellencies. My question is to both the foreign secretaries. So it is almost an year that both the countries have started dialogue at different levels. After this foreign secretary level talk, could you give us an assessment that how the trust deficit is reduced, and has it resumed to a level that both India and Pakistan can start cricket match right now, which has stopped for quite a long time?
Well, I certainly, I can tell you that we have positively assessed this dialogue process, the resumed process that we started, and we have made significant progress. With regard to the cricketing ties, again, this issue was discussed between myself and His Excellency Mr. Ranjan Mathai, and I put forward certain suggestions for the revival of cricketing ties between the two countries. And I think we will continue with this positive trajectory that we have adopted over the years in moving forward in our relations.
Thank you. Pakistan Foreign Secretary Jilani and I reviewed the various engagements that have taken place already, and we noted that we are now at the culmination of the second round of the resumed dialogue. We have made progress in people-to-people relations and trade. We are cognizant that much more needs to be done on these tracks and on the other tracks, and that the path ahead is not going to be an easy one. But the very fact that both sides are determined to sit across the table and resolve all outstanding issues through a dialogue in a peaceful manner is a positive step in the right direction. As for the resumption of cricketing ties, this is really a matter for the board of BCCI, the Board of Cricket Control in India, and the Pakistan Cricket Board. There are issues of security as well which arise. However, as you will see in the joint statement which we have circulated, we have both emphasized the need to promote sports and media contacts between the two countries. So I think we'll leave it there. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the joint statement will be circulated to you shortly. With that,